open for the Tulsa direction. Weather seems absolutely fine.
Andre.
The plane, I hope, behaves as well as usual. And we have exactly.
So 5 days
we
or 18
have been
hours.
so much helped by American Airlines and the authorities in the Tulsa airport. Yesterday morning, we asked if we could fly there, if we could land, if we could be hosted in the hangar, and they prepared everything in a few hours. They were fantastic. Thanks to them, we can go.
So sad to leave, but also happy to continue.
Phoenix was a great stop.
To do both, yeah,
It
exactly.
was a great stopover in Phoenix, as we can see.
Already nostalgic.
Will your flight take you over the Albuquerque area?
Yes, I will fly over Albuquerque.
About what time?
It's about 6 hours after takeoff, so it should be 9 o'clock in the morning.
So around 9 o'clock, we'll have all our listeners looking up for you.
Yes.
DSK Radio.
And
Thank
they have to know that I will have a special thought for them. As a balloonist, I was in the Fiesta in Albuquerque. I have a lot of friends there. Of course, special moved thought and emotion for Richard Abruzzo.
Yes.
You all know him. He was such a good friend of mine. We flew the Atlantic race together, and I was very, very sad when he had his accident. If his family is listening, I'm thinking often of him as really a good friend and a colleague.
Thank you. And will we see you in Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta this October?
Yes, yeah, probably.
Wunderbar.
Absolutely.
What are you planning to eat on your 18-hour flight?
What's on the menu?
Well, the menu is for the breakfast. The breakfast is at sunrise. That's my tradition. Sunrise breakfast, cereals with powder milk. You add some water. You have the full meal, and then it's a tabbouleh with carrot soup at lunch. When the sun goes down, it's today I chose a chicken curry with rice, and just before landing, energy drink. No, Nestle prepares really good food and also very good packaging, because the temperature ranges between -20 and +40 Celsius. So if you have normal food, it gets rotten after a day.
It's food which provides energy, but that does not take energy to digest. So that is also important. It doesn't make you tired, or sleepy when you have eaten. So that's an important factor as well.
When do you think everyone will be able to have a solar airplane at their local airport?
A solar airplane, not very soon, but an electric airplane, very soon. For private flights, for teaching, learning how to fly, we can have that probably in 3-4 years. And with 50 people flying, maybe 10 years. A lot of companies are starting to take that seriously. When you know that an electric engine has 97% efficiency, the combustion engine has 27, you see very well that combustion engines are something coming from the past. The future of energy for the world is electric. It's much more efficient. Imagine if you start to insulate all the houses, you go to electric mobility, LED lamps, and smart grids. Can you imagine the boost for the economy, for the industry? So it's nothing about threatening our lifestyle with ecological things. No, it's just a logical way to go for the industry. New markets, by the way, cleaner air and less depletion of natural resources. So it's good for everybody.
What we could do is to have this that you see behind us, unmanned. It's a little bit difficult to say this as a pilot.
Yes.
But it can be unmanned, it will be unmanned, can fly 6 months in the stratosphere and start to replace what satellite can do, but much more flexible. You can bring it down, change equipment, bring it up again. positioning in the different location depending on the needs, doing communications, observations, measurements, whatever you can do at 20 kilometers of altitude. So that's something which can be done in 3 years.
So I should expect to see some of these at the New Mexico's Spaceport America soon, huh?
Will be.
Good.
Excuse me.
What is it like to look around before you? It's, you know, it's 1 in the morning almost, and all these people are out to watch you make history here. What does that feel like?
You know, when I was a child, the moments I remember the best are the moments where I woke up in the middle of the night to go see something special. I went to see some liftoff of Apollo when I was 11 years old. I went with my father in the mountains in the middle of the night to see some comet. Comment tu dis comet? Comet. All these moments I remember, and it's the taste of adventure. So I think here the people who come today, it's middle of the night, they feel this atmosphere. Maybe they will also remember that in life there are these special moments you can remember that can also give you the energy to go further, to be curious, to be a little bit outside of the comfort zone, to live life as an adventure. It's very, very important. That's also something that André and I are trying to promote. It's the inspiration for people to be a little bit more pioneers, more in the adventure side, less in the comfort zone, less in the certitudes and the habits. Each time you leave the habits behind, you can be much more performant, much more aware of what things are around you. It's very interesting. It's also all the psychological part of adventure, not just what you do, but how you do it.
Has he given you any flack for having such a short flight, only 18 hours?
You know, it's so funny because for us, 18 hours, it's not even a day, and we go through several days. But
Climb and you have to go down again, so
Yeah.
you know, not even if
Not even
you
worth
stay
it.
there.
But for a normal airplane, 18 hours is extremely long, and you don't have a lot of people who have flown 18 hours in a row during their entire pilot's life. So it's a big contrast.
It's a question of mindset. You know, if you think it's short, it will be short. If you think it's long, it will be long. So it's entirely depending on the way and the mindset you have when you board the airplane.
And you know, with this airplane, the goal is not to go fast. The goal is to fly forever. And it's the only plane that can fly forever.
Did you get any sleep?
Maybe I will take some naps after takeoff. Over unpopulated areas, when we're over the desert or over the ocean, we're allowed to have some naps of 20 minutes.
I mean, we rest, but we don't sleep.